I am back in the capital of Sweden to give you a fighter pilot's guide to Stockholm. My name is Max Villman, former fighter pilot in the Swedish Air Force, but we have a lot of cover today, so let's go. Så att jag inte välter den.
Ja, det får någon på.
Tack. The Swedish Army Museum was opened in 1879 and it's housed here in the heart of Östermalm at Artillerigården, the place for the Swedish artillery in Stockholm. It's a great museum and it follows the Swedish military history all from the Middle Ages all up until now. Well worth a visit here at Army Museum. This is also the place where the Högvakt, the Royal Palace Guards, start their journey towards the castle for the changing of the guards. So definitely come here to visit when you are in Stockholm. On the other side of the water, you see Sweden's most popular museum, Vasa Museum, or the Vasa Museum. And the museum is home to the ship Vasa, which sank on its maiden voyage in 1628 and was then salvaged and put up into the museum for us to visit and see. There's not many places in the world where you can see a fully equipped 17th century ship displayed as in the Vasa Museum, so it's well worth a visit for you. Behind me you have two small islands in the middle of Stockholm city, Holman and Castell, Holman. And these both islands were a long time, for more than 300 years, the home of the Swedish Navy. Today you instead find several museums housed in the old military buildings, and you can also see behind me the ship of Chapman, which is now a hostel where you can stay while you are exploring in Stockholm. Holman and Castell Holman, well worth a visit for us military interested persons. Up until the middle of the 17th century, it was Denmark that was Sweden's enemy number one. But from then, Russia took over as our enemy. And behind me you see Charles XII, or Carolus Rex. He's here in Kungsträdgården and he's pointing his finger towards the east, towards Russia. Livrustkammaren, or the Royal Armory, is just behind me. It's located in the basement of the Royal Castle, and here you can follow Swedish history through the eyes of the royalty. It's well worth a visit. Amongst the highlights in this museum you can see the tunica that Gustavus Adolphus wore when he died at the Battle of Lützen in 1632, and other such highlights. Livrustkammaren, well worth a visit. The royal castle was built at the exact same spot where the old castle Tre Kronor once stood. The old castle Tre Kronor burned down 1697, and this new castle took more than 70 years to build, because of money shortages, because of the Great Nordic War in the early 1700s. There's a lot of museums and things to watch, especially the changing of the Royal Guards, which happens every day during the summer. So the Royal Castle is well worth a visit when you are in Stockholm. fikadags.
Han skulle ju gå in klockan 1 va?
Ja, men han är bara kvar.
1700-tals, 1600-tal heter det på svenska.